And greetings, everybody. Keith here. Hoping everybody's having a good day. Enjoying life, living life, loving life. Just getting up today to talk about Alex Jones and his little escapade with the short mustache. His very short escapade of wearing a short mustache. You know, it's all these people in these news media outlets, these investigative journalists that are so popular, conspiracy theorists, the fake news and everything, that gets all this media attention and all their popularity. And so they get the braveness to wear a short mustache, and they do it for one day to show their bravery, to show that they stand for some kind of principle behind it. But yet they only wear it for one day. And it actually starts out as an accident somehow. Then he decides to do a social experiment. I've been doing this social experiment for, what, a year and a half now, Cynthia? And, you know, I was recently thinking, you know, as we grow and progress and our character changes, and if we're observant of that, we accept those changes that we must adapt to and therefore change ourselves. So this was my own little social experiment that I thought was just going to last for a little while. And come to find out, it extends farther beyond this panelverse, this metaverse, where people get up here and presume that it's a Hitler mustache. And I have to explain to them that actually it comes from much earlier. And that there is a silent movie star, comedian, that wore it astutely, Charlie Chaplin. Yet his was a fake stage prop. Hitler liked Charlie Chaplin so much he started styling it in his real life, though it was still a style long before that. So Charlie Chaplin was just emulating it in his bits, non-bits. I'm doing it in real life, and that's where I find the difference. That was my social experiment. In this metaverse, people have the fucking balls to associate it either with Hitler and that terrible genocide, or even with Charlie Chaplin and his great comedic popularity, and yet they want to instill this theory behind him that he was a pedophile. Oh, no! So no matter what kind of intent I'm trying to express in my social experiment, it only proves the insanity of the, quote, general populace in this metaverse, of course, because this is the only place, again, where they have the mentality and balls to even say something about it. Because like I said, I've been wearing it in real life out in the community for over a year and a half. Not even my friends say anything about it, nor do the people at city council, nor does the mayor when I meet with him in private, or the city attorney when I meet with him in private. None of these people have the balls to say anything about it in their real life. But I assure you they might contemplate it, particularly if I wear it day in and day out, not as some blurb on the metaverse in some fake news bit or some conspiracy theorist having the balls in this fake metaverse. It's pathetic. Let's take a look. Alex Jones. And if you're still down there, Cynthia, let me know. Do you think this will get me a strike? It's Alex Jones. Let's take a look here. Alex Jones from InfoWars Live. Daily broadcast runs 4 hours. Weekdays, Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sunday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday, no broadcasts, usually call-ins. And then he gives the phone number, 877-782539. Live vids are cleaned of ads and loaded back to the playlist. Banned. Video has more live Alex Jones Network shows at Infowars / the Alex Jones store, gives the link. Doesn't say anything about copyright. Cage says he's banned off the platform. He can't be banned off the platform if he's still fucking streaming. Jesus Christ. Go look at his channel. Maybe drop the link to his show. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. Plus, I'm going to put a banner at the bottom showing that this is under copyright fair use for education and conversation, light entertainment even. See, this is just my opinion. See, I actually wear the damn thing. And I actually have an intent and purpose. And it's gone beyond the social experiment. Like I said, I was thinking I might just shave it off and change, go on one of those changes for once. But Alex Jones kind of triggered me. Let's call it that way. Let's call it that. He triggered me. One fucking day. So yeah, I'll put his ad up. Alex Jones. No ads. Full show. Let's grab the link to his Infowars. So there's the link for his Infowars. And I'm even going to make a quick banner for it right now. There you go. So everybody go check him out. And we got to go to 138 here. Oops. What the hell happened there? What's going on? Let's do this. See if we can do it this way. Okay, here we go, folks.
Short clip, want to break why I did the Hitler stash. I'm going to come back, get serious, and get into the DOJ fight that's going on, the indictments that are coming.
Yeah, I don't care about all that shit. I want to hear about your mustache excuse, brother, because you wear it proudly for one day. And I'm proud of you for one day.
Up the inside baseball on that. It's all coming up, but here's that clip. All right, Sean Johnson's over here at my house. We were going to work out today.
Yeah, and I don't know who Sean Johnson is. His popularity contest. I'm not too particular about it, so I'm only aware of Alex Jones because he is so seemingly popular and contradictory and sits on the stand smugly rebutting them as they try to tear him down. See, it's all a fucking play. It's all a big show. So even the mustache for one day, just a show.
But I had a bunch of stuff.
One of them great non-bits
going on. And right before he got here, as we were going to hike, I had a malfunction.
Yeah, let's call it a malfunction, right? Had a malfunction. Let's listen to his malfunction.
On my beard, I cut it, and so I had to cut it off. And then I left the mustache. He took a picture of that, and I said, "Should I keep it?" And Sean's like, "No."
Yeah, that was the malfunction. He left that little bit of his mustache. That was the malfunction, right? So then he knows Sean's coming over, so he left it, and he asked Sean as a bit non-bit, should I leave it? Should I leave it?
A function on my beard. I cut it, and so I had to cut it off, and then I left the mustache.
And I left the mustache. So it was your choice to leave the mustache. It wasn't a malfunction with the shave or anything, and it quit. because you certainly have a hand razor too if you were using a regular razor. Looks like you shaved the rest of it with the hand razor, because I don't know no regular razor take you straight from a beard down to that.
Took a picture of that, and I said, should I keep it? And Sean's like, no, you'll.
And I said, should I keep it? Knowing he could take it off the more. All he had to do was, go get a sharp knife, go down to the barbershop, something. Wear a mask until he got there.
Look like a. So he goes, well, what you ought to do.
Look like a what? Look like a what? A pedophile like Charlie Chaplin? Or maybe a genocidal homicide, a genocidal homicidal tyrant dictator like Hitler.
It was a joke, so we did it.
It was a joke, so we did it. Amazing shit. Social experiment turns in it either, social experiment was a joke and he took upon it as a joke. So I wonder if he's really got a serious message, or if his life is a joke and it's all our fault. So think about this shit, folks. If you're really going to wear the robe and profess that message, then you wear that robe. Unless you got a robe for every day of the year. How long are you going to wear the robe? Till it wears out? I've been wearing mine for 1.5 years. I was going to shave it off. Fuck that. I'm going to keep wearing it, reminding everybody and rubbing it in their faces. And that's what I see. Hitler's willing executioners. In their own minds. But when it comes to the real world and having to have the bravery and the balls, they ain't got none. So remember, folks, I love you, but I don't give a rat's ass whether you love me back. I say I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you don't respect me. That part's on you. That part's on you, folks. Don't get so worked up. Absolutely. Yeah, don't get so worked out while life isn't a joke. Exactly. Yeah, I don't see why people don't like it. I don't see why people are afraid of it. It's a conversation starter, yet nobody wants to have a real conversation. They want to use it as an ad hom character attack one way or the other. No matter who, even Fred Christ Trump. Fred Christ Trump. Senior, of course, wore a short toothbrush mustache. Had a son named Fred Christ Trump Jr. Donald Trump's brother. So yeah, it can start a conversation, but people don't want to use anything but bad characters to describe it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely amazing.
And you thought these panels were your safe space, huh? What makes you think this is not a clown show?
When you invite a clown to your house, then expect a circus by proxy.
And if you don't like the fanfare and the elephant in the room, you can just leave. There's no crying in here, and if you do, things get real serious. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man to lunacy.
So we see has the judge said anything about your stash when you went to court? What makes you think I go to court? Evidently, you don't hear 93 cases in 33 years. That ended 10 years ago when I put my foot down. And I called them every name in the book, including communist bastards. But I let them know I was a man of that thing called God. And I wasn't going to let this shit fucking flow anymore. They put a protection order out against me. Renewed it 5 years in a row. They don't want me in that court. I know my place. Do you know yours? See, I'm the guy that doesn't walk around with an ID from the state in his pocket because I know better. You want to talk about having standing? Everybody else in these courts think they have to prove their standing, so they prove their standing by bringing forth a fucking state ID. How can you be your own master, your own leader, and have your own government, your own mental governing, if you let somebody else govern it for you? See, that's the contradiction. Everybody says, I know myself, and then shows a state ID. Amazing. It's worse than Pinocchio. It's made out of plastic instead of wood. Not quite as recyclable. What a waste. You want to know my honest feeling? Yeah. It's not safe if you got bad feelers. See these people going around pushing all their emotions like Snafu and Tommy, insisting. And they're the emotional ones. They're the ones that can't disassociate from this platform and deal with real life and wear it proudly and don't give a fuck what anybody else says. See, this year, like I said, I haven't had the experience of having to talk to anybody about it out in real life. They ain't got the balls. This year gives me the practice. So keep running your mouth. See, a man's intellect is limited and biased by his vocabulary. So when he comes at me with ad hominem character attacks, I know he's in his person. He's in his personal emotions. He's not in his spiritual presence. You know, like Jack talks about in the now. So may God bless you and have a good night.